All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the red hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers in tonight's video. Thanks to their 40-17 road victory against the number one scoring defense at the time, the Los Angeles Chargers, they are now 8-6. They've won 4 straight football games, and I keep seeing stuff from non-Bucs fans saying, well, hey, first off, you're not even solidified into the playoffs. Why should I fear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who also conveniently are the 4th best offense? They also are averaging the 4th most points in the NFL per game this season. Why would I fear Tampa if they might not even make the playoffs? And then, about an hour ago, we just saw Captain Kirk Cousins getting benched for Michael Penix. And, but Tampa lost to Atlanta twice in the span of a couple of weeks, a few months ago. At that point in time, a lot of people also thought the Captain Kirk Cousins led Atlanta Falcons were, dark horse Super Bowl contenders, and look at where that's gotten them. So my point just is, people wanted Tampa because their last 3 wins prior to this were against teams like the New York Giants, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Carolina Panthers. So people wanted to see them play a more worthy opponent, even though they had already taken down Detroit, they had already taken down Philadelphia, and they, probably non-biasedly should have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs in the middle of the season as well. So, we'll just get the cat out of the bag here. Against the number one scoring defense, Tampa just won 40-17. They just put up 506 total yards of offense, 40 points, 0 punts. 506 yards of offense. That should be it. Case in point right there. But anyways, folks, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in tonight's video. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Bucs fans, especially if we could try to get this video to 100 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. Is back and warm here in Tampa Bay, Florida, more Clearwater, Dunedin area specifically here. Hope you guys all have a great Christmas. No Bucs game until Sunday night, but we do have Saturday night football. We've got Thursday night football. There's only 3 weeks left of the regular season, so enjoy it while it's here. The team's highest season, 506 total yards of offense. So this was the team's 2nd highest total of the season. It was the 16th highest in team history, making them the lone team this season with 8 400-yard games and one of 3 teams with multiple 500-yard performances. Tampa also has now had 400 yards or more of offense and 150 or more rushing yards in 4 straight games. That is the longest streak in Tampa Bay Buccaneer franchise history and the 2nd longest streak in the NFL this season, Baltimore with 5 games. They are, folks, a top 5 offense in every major statistical category. Baker Mayfield is currently 3rd in passing touchdowns at 32. That's right. There's 3 games left on the season. Baker's probably going for the 40 bomb this past Sunday against Los Angeles. 22 of 27, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, earned a pass rating of 135.3. And that stat enough to me should be reason to give some merit to Tampa making some noise in the playoffs. First off, and we talked about this more in our Bucs video yesterday, Tampa is no longer like they were in the last 2 regular seasons. They're not the 32nd ranked rushing team in the NFL. Actually, they're a top 10 team in the NFL rushing game wise. Rashad White has bounced back huge in his 3rd season. Bucky Irvin, the rookie out of Oregon, has flashed enormous talent. He's flashed enormous potential. He's literally a game changer. He's coming off a game, 15 carries for 117 yards, averaging 7.8 yards per carry. And I'm even thinking to myself, we just saw Sean Tucker run 7 times for 17 yards. I'm even thinking to myself, if Bucky Irvin's a little bit banged up right now, they do have a road game against Dallas primetime, but keep in mind, no Dakota Prescott is playing football. Dallas is just tanking their season. They don't even want to win football games. I don't want it to be a trap, but people keep saying, like, getting comments on these videos, these Bucs videos. I don't think it's from Bucs fans saying, oh, don't sleep on that Dallas trap game. And it's like, to me, week 17 and week 18 against divisional rivals in Carolina and New Orleans, and I know they're not anything crazy this season, and I know Tampa has taken care of business with both of them previously this season, but a divisional game, back-to-back weeks, those would be more concerning to me as far as, quote-unquote trap games are than the Dakota-less Dallas Cowgirls on Sunday Night Football. But the point just is Baker Mayfield has 32 touchdowns on the season. Mike Evans, will get to him in just a second. And running game, it's actually a strength. It's no longer the biggest, most glaring weakness about Tampa Bay's offense. And one thing that's just getting pushed under the rug, pushed under the carpet all season, and people are finally now starting to take a keener eye to it, is their offensive line week to week is getting better and better and better, and they're emerging as one of the better offensive lines in the entire NFL. So the second thing that most people would be concerned about with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is their defense. Now, thanks to giving up only 17 points this past weekend to the Chargers, they are now the 19th ranked scoring defense. And I get it, like we mentioned earlier on in this video, the 3 of their last 4 wins, Carolina, Las Vegas, New York Giants, not the 3 best offenses, so it helps. But over the last 4 weeks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the NFL's #1 scoring defense. And I keep trying to illustrate this point. When the Bucs need to get a stop, when the Bucs are stopping the run, they're 11th best rushing defense in the NFL this season. When they're doing both of that, and they're stopping the run, and they need to make a stop, they need to play in a big-time game like they just did, and come away with victory, they do it. Justin Herbert, a really good quarterback, just went 21 of 33 for 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I know there's no J.K. Dobbins, the starting running back for the Chargers, but they just ran the ball for 32 yards as a team, averaging 2.9 yards per carry. So, yeah, #1 scoring defense in this 4-game winning streak. I know it's not the best opponents, but their secondary is decimated. Antoine Winfield's injured, and they just put up their best defensive performance of the season. In fact, they just show up. Tampa just shows up when they need to show up. They're now 8-1 in December/January, dating all the way back to the start of the 2023 season. They're also 20-5, dating back to the start of the 2020 season in December and January. Their 8 wins and .888 win percentage in December and January since 2023 are each tied for the best in the NFL during that span. And, we were talking about Mike Evans. He's got to average about 84 yards receiving in the next 3 games to continue his 1,000-yard consecutive seasons. And I think he'll easily do that. But Tampa's 8-3 this season when Mike Evans is active. They're 8-1 in games where Mike Evans has 5 or more targets, not even catches, just straight up targets. So you can try and tell me this Tampa team shouldn't be feared. Oh, they're probably not even going to make the playoffs. They don't even have a solidified playoff spot. You can tell me all this if you want. We saw it last year. This is by far a better Tampa Bay team, a more well-rounded team. They have a running game. It's a better offense. And they already won a playoff game last year and held it close to Detroit, who they've already taken down this season. They also took down Philly. So I'm just saying they're a true wild card, dark horse team in the NFC and the NFL in general. But folks, that's it for tonight's rambling. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. And guys, give me your thoughts. Is Tampa making the playoffs? And can they win a playoff game or 2? Let me know down below. Peace.